It's the Mike and Amazing Show. Coming at you hardcore on the Mike and Amazing Show with my man Mike Howard and yours truly, Alfonso Mays. So join in. Let's talk some sports.
Them boys stirred the pot on Monday night. You know, gave us a little hope that they stirred that pot. A lot of folk couldn't go to sleep.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. We normally not on that side of the outcome, man. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
Tell me something. Is it customary for you to bust on some champagne after you win in one game?
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, brother, might as well. We don't get no folks a whole lot.
the way we've been on the rope, Sanders, yeah, it's customary.
There you go. You better do it while you can.
Much needed.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike. That's why I couldn't wait to get on this call tonight. I knew y'all chest gonna be so far out. I think Art Broom, he didn't sleep that whole night. I thought he wasn't.
Oh man, that was fun, man. Yeah, matter of fact, I think I told y'all. You got several of us on the call. Yeah, that was fun, man. Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I almost gave up. I said one time I was about to go to bed, man. I said, they ain't gonna do this, but I hung in there.
A lot of us about to shut it down. I was listening to it next to the bed, and when they pulled it out, I jumped up, got in, just stayed up, listening to the call-in show on Sports Talk, and I'm like, man, come on now.
Yeah.
But man, look, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a big difference when you 1-1 versus 0-2 going to practice the next day. Your preparation, your attitude, your confidence. I guarantee you, this week they were locked in. I mean, I'm hoping we can keep it going up, keep this thing rolling for Sunday night. But I tell you what, that energy, man, I'm hoping it'll carry on, man.
We definitely gonna need that energy for sure.
Yeah. And they're gonna need that sixth man in the stand. They're gonna need that 12th man in the stand too. They're gonna have to get in there, get in your seats, Atlanta, because they're gonna need you.
Yeah.
Well, I think, hey Mike, this is Bobby. I think one of the most important things for y'all is what your quarterback did, bringing them back at the end. That gives you room to maybe breathe. This dude can play for us. Cuz put it out there.
Yeah,
he did.
Now, earlier in the game, some of the play, as far as I'm concerned, was questionable. Because hey, I root for them boys because y'all are my dogs. So
yeah,
I root for you fellas. But I think the play calling was a suspect in the beginning of the game. But I think when it came down to the money, Cuz went out there and got paid.
Yeah, he did, and the defense and Jesse Bates. I mean, man, they look like a real team. That like I say, Art said, usually we're on the other end, the losing end of this thing.
Yeah.
So, we were running the ball, and we running the time.
That clock management, man. They took it down the field, man. I'm like, whoa. I mean, I was like, okay. They took it down the field. They took advantage of them boys' mistake when they threw that pass. They're like, okay, all right. And then for your boy Jesse Bates to seal that thing, I'm like, man, welcome to the room, brother Andy.
Hey, man.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
All right, Andy.
Everybody doing?
Right.
Yeah.
And Andy almost played. What's that guy named that traded with Boston? and to give up, was cussing at
they like those family members that you can talk about them, but nobody else can.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
that
y'all
was a good
said too
game,
much
though.
about Darnell Mooney, man. That dude looked good.
Man, he did, didn't he?
Hey, man, I didn't know he looks explosive, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be all right.
Where he come from?
And then to turn that flip into the end zone,
Yeah.
Where's he from? Where do we get?
Is he the free agent that came from Chicago?
I thought he came from Chicago. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
That's the
That
one
was
they
a
said they.
good
That's the
move.
one they said they tampered with. Y'all heard about Bill Belichick?
Oh, that
No.
village. Tell him about it, man. I couldn't believe he said that. With Belichick.
No,
That's
did y'all hear Bill Belichick on the call talking
Oh, no.
Mm. No, I
to
didn't.
Mooney, and he put him down by some other things. What else did he put him down for, man?
you know, you're talking about, you know, you were talking about Moody and the Falcons, and by the way, the receiver they tampered with, Atlanta
Right.
tampered. I mean, he's just throwing hate out there, man.
But he put down a couple other things that was real downing of the Falcons. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, he really, yeah. I can't exactly think of the two, but I know, you know, he said something about, yeah, that's the player they tampered with, Mooney. You know, yeah. I mean, he was.
Man.
I mean, he childish. Just because
actually,
he didn't get the job.
he said that's one of three that they tampered with.
That's
something
one of
like
three.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So,
No, he didn't.
so he mad.
Pissed off Austin and give him the bag, man.
That's what it is.
He
That's
got
what it is.
something. He got something in his pocket. And he want to get out.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he don't like that brother got that job over there.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
You know,
Did y'all see that commercial he did? He don't have no type of personality.
He got him a little young thing, no little young girl, though, right?
Oh yeah, does she have him?
Hey, that is debatable, you know. Hey, but we won that one, but we got KC, man.
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
night.
Ernest, you
But
came in at
KC
the right time. We just mentioned your name.
Yeah. I was just looking at the Jets, putting it to Patriots right now. I think
Yeah, they
just-
14 up.
Yeah,
Wow,
14
okay.
nothing now. Yeah, so
What's your assessment on KC right now?
they looking kind of funky, but still doing enough to get it done. But I guess just like everybody, they're gonna get in gear and hopefully do what they're supposed to do. Hey, all I gotta say though is a win is a win. If it's by one, if it's by 100.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Solid counts now, because as long as you don't knock yourself out of the playoffs now, because even if you're playing great now, you probably can't do that for 17 weeks. So as long as you don't want to go 0-3, but it don't really matter how well you're playing now, as long as your record's decent.
Well, the way it's looking for the Eagles, I don't know. They better do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, they 1-1. They're just like we are. They 1-1.
Yeah, I know.
They-
I know. But they
I
didn't,
agree.
but that was jacked up the way that they lost that. I know it was to the Falcons, and I was glad that they won. But that was, man, what the heck?
that was on Saquon, man. Saquon had did his job. It would have been over
all
with.
about him. That's right. That's what you right.
Actually,
You
I
right.
thought-
if y'all go back and watch it, it really was on the offensive line. The play that Saquon dropped the ball, that play was never supposed to be run. They had caused the Falcons to jump offside, but the offense, they didn't snap the ball.
They
Wow.
declined that. Is that when they
What?
declined that call?
No, it wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
The play before Saquon dropped the ball, the Eagles called timeout. It was 3rd and 3.
Okay.
The intent was to draw the Falcons offside. If you watch the
Oh
play,
yeah.
the wide
Mhm.
receiver goes in motion, and when Judon jumps, he points at him, and then he starts shaking his head because nobody on the Eagles moved. They were supposed to snap, or either the tackle was supposed to flinch or something to show the ref that, hey, the defense calls us to move. And that's why when you watch Sirianni, he's yelling at them, "Get your head in the game," because that
okay.
play, that was supposed to end the game right there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that happened, and he dropped the pass. So hey,
Yeah, you can't overlook that. That was in his hands, man. That was,
yeah.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
felt pretty bad after that one. We all human, but that was a bad one. But that was good for us. But
And then they went into their crazy prevent defense.
Yeah, that was great.
yeah.
What
What the heck was
Who's the
that
defensive
about?
coordinator over there? Who's the defensive
Big
coordinator?
Fangio.
They say he does. They say he
Fangio,
runs
yeah.
that.
Yep, he did that
Yeah.
with us with the Dolphins. Yeah,
How was he with the Dolphins? How was he there?
Terrible.
And got another job.
Did he
Yeah,
do a
he
lot
was-
of the same stuff, Brian?
It's the same thing he would do with us. He would do things like he doesn't believe the corner should like flip sides. So he had them play the normal side no matter who they're playing. The problem is that an offense will wind up putting their number one receiver on our number 3 cornerback all game long. And they're just eating us up. And he's got Ramsey covering like some dude they're not even throwing the ball to.
Wow.
Yeah. And he would just never adjust. So
So he was just that stubborn, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
And so he doing the same thing with the Eagles.
Well, good for us then.
Yeah, we'll take it.
So what's the prediction on that game, y'all?
Wait, it'll be another one. If it ain't nothing but another 1-point win, that'll be good for me.
For who? Who you rooting for?
For me. Well, you know.
He rooting for the Falcons.
That question.
Where was you wrong at?
I'm rooting for both teams. Yeah, I'm gonna have on a split jersey when I get out there tomorrow.
Sunday. You've been claiming KC for a while.
I'm still with KC. You know, I told y'all when the Falcons got rid of what's his name? I can't think of his name now. That I be rolling
Matt
with
Ryan,
him.
Man, you gotta give him his due.
Yeah.
Chad better not hear you say that, man. You couldn't think
ain't nobody thinking about Chad. Ain't nobody thinking about Matt Ryan or Chad.
It's gonna be a close game, man. It's gonna be a close game. And our defense, I'm gonna tell you, our defense, look out for us, man. I think our defense is a lot better than people give them credit for. I think we're gonna see they're gonna be one of the top defensive in the league. Them boys hungry and they getting better every game.
You know what I like? The offense that we held down. That was a good Philadelphia. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We racked up 35 on Green Bay or something like that. So
yeah.
But I think the Falcons are going to take it.
Yeah. Art got so hyped up after that game. He called me and Bobby, and he was like, "Oh, we gonna take the Chiefs. We got the Chiefs."
We're gonna take the South, man. We're gonna take the whole South. We're gonna bring the whole South.
We better take the South. We don't, if nothing else, if we don't beat nobody else, as long as we beat them daggone Saints.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Ernest. That South ain't looking like no pushover now. The Saints, man, that offense, they buzzing, man, and
Tampa Bay either.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it ain't no pushover like we thought it was gonna be. That South NFC South.
I'm thinking about Andy want to change his prediction, man. You can't change your prediction after 2 games. I'm riding with Ernest, man. Broom said he wasn't scared of you, but I'm riding with Ernest.
I got that.
Yeah, but while I'm looking at you, man, you cleaning a white rabbit in a snowstorm. Where you going?
I'm already there. I went to a album release party tonight. That's all.
Yeah, you look like you're gonna walk the red carpet.
I did already.
Is that Kansas City red or the other red carpet?
I'm going with Kansas City. Me and Ernest going with Kansas City.
Yeah, we got a little bit more confidence now. I'm gonna tell you, if we can keep progressing in the right direction, you know, we could be all right. I want to see how we bounce back this week after win, because you know how we've done in the past, you know. But this is gonna be a big indicator right here. You know, we get hyped, then they let us down. So I don't want to see a letdown. I don't want to see you come out and lay an egg. I need you to come out with that same intensity, that same drive, and I need you to push it.
Yeah.
I heard Cousin was on the way back on the flight. He and the offensive line was studying what they did wrong. So I like that. They celebrate, but try to keep getting better.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Y'all can't get discouraged if y'all lose to Kansas City. Come on now.
I was going to say, even if they play a good game, it work out. I'll be glad about it, because I want to be ready to take care of New Orleans, and Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
you gotta keep your head to the sky, because y'all got talent down there. Y'all look pretty good, but I mean, if Kansas City just having them dance in there and do what they do, I mean, you can't really say it's an upset. Now, you could be a Bronco fan.
Hey, Bobby, that was what I was going to ask you, man. Tell us what you think about the Broncos after 2 games.
Tampa Bay gonna tax that. So we ain't gonna be able to help y'all win that division, but Tampa Bay gonna tax that rear end. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
What you think about y'all quarterback?
I'm not so sure about him, but he don't look like nothing to me. The biggest thing right now, and what's going on all over the sports talk shows and the news out here, is the game done passed Sean Payton by.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that. I can't.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's so arrogant, man.
Yeah.
They pretty much calling for his head. They said, well, if you can give Russell Wilson all that money, Walton Penner Group, hell, give it to Sean. Get somebody in here.
Wow.
They're not happy with Sean Payton.
Well, you know what Sean Payton. I probably have to bleep this out, but Sean Payton was an asshole when he was at New Orleans, man. He got that reputation the way he did Russell last year, man.
That
was uncalled for.
Man,
Yeah.
And I got to give it to Russell for being able to take it, man. I wouldn't mind if he went off on it, man. You know?
Well, you know who he was talking to, because had that been Ndamukong Suh or somebody like that, he might have got knocked out on the field. You know. But I told Art and I believe it was Brian or somebody that my relationship with my Broncos is like a man with an ex-girlfriend. It's on in the talk right now. We ain't even
What you say? You off and on, huh?
Yeah, it ain't even on. I love my Broncos. I want them to win, but as long as Sean Payton is there, I'm gonna have to take the fall.
So you gonna talk to your girlfriend after Christmas?
I ain't gonna talk to my girlfriend.
On the holiday.
And after Valentine, huh?
Yeah, after Christmas.
Might be a couple years, but I'm hoping they lose all 17 games.
With the Falcons' history, man, you ain't seen no woes. At least you got a couple rings, man, to at least fall back on.
Actually,
Brian, somebody said that Russell Wilson may end up with the Dolphins next year or something, possibly.
Hey, what do y'all think about Tua, man?
Brian,
why don't you go first on that, man? What you think about Tua?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's time for him to step away. And honestly, you can't expect to play this game and not get hit, not take hits. And he just can't take hits. So we don't
slide either.
This thing like it is that at Alabama where you got a big talent disparity. Here everybody's equal. So there's never going to be a time where he's just, totally protected.
He's just awkward. He's awkward too, though. Even at Alabama, wasn't he scrambling? I've never seen anybody here. He's just so vulnerable. Don't know how to slide, or
he should have slid on that play. Yeah, and I understand he was trying to make the first down, but you know what your situation is.
Yeah,
right.
Just like situational football, you gotta protect yourself on it. So that's how it goes. And unfortunately, he's in that predicament. But I think if he takes a little time off, they were talking earlier today. They were saying that even if he's okay in 4 weeks, or he feels better, and the doctor says that he can go, and the NFL doctor says he can go, and his doctor says no, then he can still get that money. That they were talking about whether he would still get the money or not, because he's guaranteed quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
How many concussions is this for him?
This is the third one in the last 2 years.
It's not the fourth overall.
But he had one. He had one in Alabama too.
Yeah.
I think.
Wow. But see, the thing about his concussion, I think the issue is the fact that a lot of players get concussions, but his are like where you think he's dying on the field. And that's probably the more troubling aspect of it is that
and it seems that he takes a lot longer to recover than everybody else.
A lot of those guys, until they go into the tent and you hear the official word, you wouldn't even know, But Hills, when he get hit,
you know right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he lose weight this year, Brian?
Yeah.
He lost weight this year. Why would you do that? He already a frail dude, and he ain't no.
Well, no,
he wanted more speed.
Yeah,
he wanted more speed.
He's actually he's pretty thick.
Is he?
Yeah, he lost weight.
I thought he was a small guy. How tall? No, how tall?
He's short. He's short, but he's not. He's definitely not small.
Okay.
But yeah, he thought if he lost weight, it helped him with his mobility. But I mean, he didn't really have that great of mobility even in Alabama. But,
right.
The question is he going to be able to give up that money if there's something in there that says he ain't going to get it?
It's a conversation on the other side. He already got the money he made from his rookie, contract. So he'll be all right, if they didn't spend it all. But
the new contract he's got guaranteed is really more so. I forget how. I think it's like if he decides to retire, but it's not a medical issue, the Dolphins aren't on the hook. But then if it's a medical issue, they are on the hook. Something like
right. That's what it is.
How old?
Yeah, that's what.
I hope they just work out something. Maybe give him $70 million or something, and he, call it a day. Or just that'd be nice.
How old he is? You know how old he is?
He's like 25.
Young dude, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be playing with his mind, especially being a. Didn't he come back? He said he's going to continue, correct?
Yeah. He said he's going to continue. Well, you look at guys like, right to his instance,
he's going to get another one, man. Dude, I wonder will he?
Yeah.
Just a matter of time.
I wonder
the thing is, the neurologist, that's going to be the first. He got to pass that one because he's going to have to get the medical clearance. Then the question is, what he's going to do with it,
Right.
But that's the first. But he got, he don't have no choice on that one. So he's got to get the medical clearance. And then if the neurologist said, that it'll be hard for somebody else to keep him out without going through some legal shit.
Right.
I mean,
and then you hate for him to keep getting them, and then when he get it again, he have a more serious issue than what he currently has.
It's horrifying to the public to be watching that.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it was ironic
what's funny? Back in the day, we used to get hit like that. Back in the day, when we was in high school playing football, and coach just take you over to the sideline and put you on the bench and give you some smelling sauce, and you sit out for a play or two, and they send you back in there, because that's exactly what happened to me over there at Lakewood Stadium. When they first opened. So yeah, it is. I guess guys are bigger and faster now than they used to be, and when you do. But he's always hit the ground hard whenever he fell.
Yeah.
But this time was different. Yeah.
See, a lot of things, I know when you say that, a lot of things we didn't know about because it wasn't as much media.
Right.
Okay. And then back
then,
you didn't see but 1 or 2 teams a week on the TV. So it's a lot of things we just didn't know about. I know we think it's more injuries and torn this and that, but you didn't see much. You didn't hear much. You know what I mean? So now you know everything.
So do you think they're going to open up the discussion again about those fields, replace them with, take all that turf out and put real fields, go back to real fields?
Out of all the money that they make, it look like they could do that, man, but they don't.
You would think so.
Man.
That turf, man, is no joke. The first time I played on that turf, out there at Lakewood.
Lakewood was like carpet, man.
That was
cement.
Like razor blade. They were like
cement.
That's all it is. It gets carpet on top of cement. But
we would wrap all the way up because if you slid on that stuff, you were gonna burn like carpet.
That's right.
Yeah,
cut you like knives.
But now, does Philly? Do they have natural grass?
That's a good question.
Thanks,
because I know I think they're one of the teams where people always complain about the turf always being torn up, like So I think a lot of times they're looking at the maintenance side of it, because some of these stadiums, because of the drainage issue, the grass always coming loose. You try to cut, everything gives way. Whereas with the turf, you got that stability. But yeah, the players don't like it though, because you basically playing on top of concrete.
Right.
And these billionaires can figure out a way if it was something that's going to benefit them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what's that? There was in there like the stadium in London where they can like roll out the football field to replace the soccer field.
Arizona
I
Cardinals.
know Arizona has one
Yeah.
where you slide. The field slides in and out of the stadium, and it's real grass. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
well, they have that.
it's
They have
crazy.
that same one in. They got the same one in London where they're able to maintain. I don't know how, but they can maintain the grass there for those occasional games, and they just roll it out.
Yeah. What they do is that when they roll it out from the stadium, and it's outside during the week. In the game time, they roll it in on rollers, and it just comes in over the field. But any other time, they roll it out and it's outside, in the elements. So it gets water, it gets sunlight, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
they,
there's a
like
chance
Chris
going to
said,
get
they billionaires. They billionaires. They
Yeah.
can do that rather than grinding up tires
Right.
and putting it down in that crap over there. That don't help nothing.
That look like that'll do more to trip you up, man. Ground
know.
up tires.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what it is.
call putting it down a cushion.
I know.
for
But look
cushion.
like
That's
that'll do more to
crazy.
mess you up.
And then that stuff can pop up and get in your eyes, and then you got
Yeah.
another problem.
I mean, I wonder how good is the traction on that type of stuff, man.
Yeah. And
I
see,
wonder
they
what
get
Go ahead, Andy.
kids, my son, he was playing Little League, and it was like 8 and 10-year-olds, and this was probably about 8 years ago. And they were playing on it. And that, like you said, them tires, the rubber was popping up. And them kids, man, I felt bad for them. Yeah, I was like, mine played 1 year, he was out of there.
What's funny is that when mine were young, when Cobb County was rolling out the turf to all the schools, like McEachern always had it. And then when Hillgrove got it, mine were like in the youth program, so they were all excited. And there was like a big thing where like the coaches were like, hey, this weekend, y'all go play on the big boys field. And they were all excited up until they get on the field, realize it's 10 degrees hotter.
Mm-hmm.
You fall down, your skin all ripped up. They were like, they lost that excitement real quick after that.
Where those tires be jumping up in there. If you're down on the ground, don't you breathe that stuff in? It's got to be bad.
True. That's got to be. I hadn't thought about that, but that's the thing too. You ingesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has some fumes in there. I don't know how bad that would be. Sanders Murphy, you ain't saying nothing, man. You okay?
You on mute.
Like pink in the brain over there about to take over the world or some shit.
You on mute.
No, man, I'm fine. No, I was looking at this little fantasy game I had going on here.
Oh, okay. How you doing in the league?
Looking at them dollars over there.
You got any Falcons on the fantasy?
No, I do not. I don't have anybody from Atlanta.
Who was your star?
Well, I got Hall. He's in there tonight.
Okay.
And then I got Stevenson. That's who.
Hey, they had all us stand up late Monday night, Tuesday morning.
Right. Man, it was worth. Hey, it was worth.
It did make.
Hey man, they'd have been ready to cut Cousins' throat if he had looked like he did that first week, man.
Ooh, man. And Brother Rodney,
with the head,
ready to run the ball out.
They about ready to give him a key to the city. I'm like, whoa, it's just one game.
One game.
I know.
Great.
We got more work to do.
They have an auction where I work at, and they have a Kirk Cousins signed hat, and the bids start at $550 for Kirk Cousins helmet.
Get out of here.
To me, that's too much for a guy who's only going to be here 1 or 2 years.
Right.
What I do like about Kirk, he, like him or not, he has some personality. With Matt Ryan to be on, he'd be doing interview.
Matt Ryan was a company man. I think he really has personality, but he was the company man in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, and you just knew, he wasn't gonna say nothing event, but yeah.
He played it right. He on that show. With
he got to have personality to be on that show.
Kurt talked too much.
Studio show.
But if you're a successful white quarterback, it's hard not to be on. You're gonna get looked at. You play. Think about it. If you're successful, you play quarterback position. And Matt got that look, kind of looks clean cut guy. So he was gonna be think about it. Most of them don't went through there, maybe except for like Ben Rosenberg or something. Or maybe he even had his own little progress, but Ben had a little hood in him though, right?
Yeah.
Well, we all know that Millersville story about Ben,
Yeah, Ben was a little rough. But most of them, because they tried Drew Brees. He didn't. What was the story? I know Brian knows. What was the deal why Drew Brees didn't make it, Brian? Just wasn't the ratings wasn't good or what?
Yeah, they just said that he just wasn't polling well with the viewers. I don't know why. I mean, I don't think he was necessarily bad, but he just didn't really hit it off.
Hey man, what y'all think about Bryce Young?
Well, it's a lot of, you put him in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And then I think now even his confidence is shaken because even some of the passes he should hit. But they didn't have the right plan. And, and then somebody made a good point. I don't know if Brian sent me something, but they said that with all that going on, they still didn't play him what 5-10 play, one series and 1 or 2 series in the preseason?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have been out there to shoot.
I think CJ Stroud. I think they said Stroud played like 2 games, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mahomes played more than Bryce Young in the preseason. Yeah. What kind of stuff is that?
Yeah.
I mean, he said they never even talked to him about, we think about maybe making a change if things look this way. It just came all out the blue, man. How do you handle the first pick of the draft like that?
Well, see, it's the ownership. That's the problem.
When you don't know what you're doing,
that's what they're talking about.
You don't know what you're doing.
That's all what they're doing.
They seriously clowns down there, man. That dude that brought the team, he don't have no idea what he's doing, and he's trying to get into. At least Jerry Jones knows knows what he's doing. This guy, he has no idea what he's doing, period. Because every year they had a different coach.
Yeah, different scheme and the whole 9 yards.
Different OC, the whole 9 yards. As soon as the quarterback ain't right, boom, he gone.
They said the offensive line is terrible too.
Yeah, they don't protect.
It was bad last year because they gave
have offensive line.
Yeah. So they weren't really ready to draft the quarterback because they had so many other problems. And then they traded away the other picks to get him. So it was just a losing situation. Maybe I'm hopeful, I'm hoping he'll make it back, but
maybe he can go to Miami.
Miami.
People keep saying that, but I mean, honestly, what we've been through, we don't need another undersized quarterback
QB
with marginal arm strength. I mean, I don't. I think we need to. I mean, heck, if Tua can't go, I think we need to do like everybody else, just try to go for a guy that's going to be around that can do more to just drop back and throw to spots on the field.
You guys, I got to reboot. I'll be back on in about 10 minutes. Okay.
Who is Tua's replacement, man? Who's starting in place of Tua?
What's that?
Skylar Thompson, and then we just signed
Skylar Thompson.
You know the guy that backed Lamar, I think about a year or two ago.
Brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of Hunt or something. Or start with an H.
Yeah, we signed him.
He was pretty decent in a couple of games that I saw. I never heard that other dude that you mentioned though. Is he the one going to start?
Skylar Thompson. I think that's who they were saying. Y'all know. I don't know.
He was drafted a few positions in front of Purdy.
Well, Purdy was the last man in the draft, so he was way down there.
He ain't Purdy though, so.
Okay, tell us how you really feel. Hey man, you thought it was your wife on the chat line talking them Saints up, man. Somebody that Mike knows.
I was trying to figure out how she got the number because I'm like all that Saints stuff.
I was like, Brian wiped them bowled up over here, man.
Yeah, they were. That was my in-laws up on the with the whip, the video I sent you the whip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were all cutting up out down there.
I tell you what, they looking all right now. They going. I gotta give them credit. So, but I just want the Falcons to be ready when they come to town, because all we need is for them Saints fans. Oh man, we don't need it.
Man, it'd be more Saints fan than Falcons fan.
Man, they come here and take over that who that.
I think they be wanting to change it. Marquee on the outside.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I used to have season tickets for the Falcons, right? They were playing the Saints. And my brother, he used to have season tickets too, but he didn't come to this game. Falcons, of course, Matt Ryan's Falcons was ahead. I was talking cash-ish. I'm going to say ish because we on YouTube. I was talking cash-ish up in the stands of them Saints fans. All of a sudden, the Saints came back and whooped us, man. Boy. And then I kind of left, like about 3 minutes left in the game. Boy, they started singing, "Get your hat, get your coat, get the F out. Get your hat, get your coat."
Oh yeah.
Hey,
yeah, they can make up some stuff, boy.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, they some fun people though.
Too.
Yeah.
Piss you off. Yeah.
Oh, they gonna come here ready to have a good time.
They cool.
Oh yeah.
I mess with them about them little umbrellas and stuff, but you know, I'd rather have them than Philly fans, though. You know.
Yeah, they're a whole different set. Yeah. Different type.
Philly fans about crazy.
Them daggone Buffalo fans are some rowdy folks too.
Are they? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When they played us, me and Art went to the game. I think when we had our tickets and we played Buffalo and we were ahead and lost. And boy, golly, you would thought you was at Buffalo Stadium where they were chanting.
Oh. Philly fans be ready to fight, man. You know.
Yeah.
You can't joke. You can't talk trash with them, man.
You get on the bus, come on back.
Look, especially if you go up to Philly.
Yeah, definitely.
What I hear. Don't go
Don't
up
they
there.
have a jailhouse at the bottom?
Yeah, I was going to say they got a jail at the stadium in Philly.
I heard about that. Yeah. Lock you up during the game.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, the word is that they booed Santa Claus in Philly.
Yeah,
that's what the word is.
Santa Claus ain't nobody get no gift this year.
Yeah. That's that brotherly love stuff you want to.
That's right.
That's what run to get that. That's supposed to be the city of brotherly love, and them some wild folk up there, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me ask y'all something. With the jubilation that we exhibited down here in Atlanta on beating Philadelphia, how do you think it was in Philadelphia, knowing they had been beaten by the Falcons?
Somebody some Falcons fans probably got beat up.
Yeah, they. My daughter works for the sheriff's department out here in Colorado, and she said whenever the Broncos lose, it's always some wives done got beat up.
What?
Wow.
They beat their wives up. They
Dang. They don't do the Bobby Cox, do they?
Yeah, DUIs, everybody. That's the business. If the Broncos win, don't nothing happen. But if they lose,
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, them Broncos can get rowdy too. That was a section when I lived out there. That was a section that they call the Orange Crush section.
The South End though.
Yes, sir, on the South End. Yeah. And the last game I went to, that's where I was sitting right out there with a bunch of them. And that was the game that William Andrews trucked their I forgot their cornerback's name that was supposed to be so good, but William Andrews trucked them and left him in the dirt.
Hey, I put that on our chat one time. Bobby started this, "Don't throw rocks in the police station," or some crap he put out there. I was gonna mention that he don't put the Broncos on the back burner, but you show some Falcon stuff against the Broncos, boy, he raised up there.
Yeah, it was tough for me. I'm sitting here last week, and they was playing Pittsburgh. Right. And I'm originally from Ohio, so I've always used to be a Pittsburgh fan back in the day, you know. But I'm sitting here and the way they did Russell, so I can't root for him. So I'm like, yeah, get him. And then I'm like, that's a terrible call on the Broncos.
So what do you think about Russell, man? You think he got something still left in the tank there?
I think Russell might be getting close to being washed up, but I think he didn't really have a shot out here.
Of course, with Sean Payton.
So, statistically, he had a good year last year, though.
Yeah, right, because he did well. I mean, they won, what was it, 5-6 games in a row after Knucklehead got there, the coach. So it wasn't like he didn't have nothing left. But I think right now what's going on with him is I think this is just me. I think that he's trying to use that calf as a way to buy out, gracefully kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
They say he was pissed off that first game that he didn't play. I don't know whether that's true or not. I think they're going to ride fields until the tires come off,
But Russell had 26, 28 touchdowns and 8 interceptions at the Broncos.
Yeah,
his stats were good last year.
Yeah, and then
and over 3,000 yards, and he didn't play the last 2 games.
Yeah, they set him down because they didn't want to pay him.
I think we listened to the coach and we all kind of but he didn't really play that bad. So I mean, 28 touchdowns or 8 interceptions or something like that. That's not bad stats.
Right. As quiet as it kept, I actually think Russell really played well out here for what he had to work with. Remember, he had Hackett that first year. He didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
Hey, what did you know, Bobby, any of the reports on how the players felt about him? Because a lot of the players in Seattle did not like Mr. Russell Wilson. They thought he was a little arrogant. He had his own office. They said Beast Mode said he called him with an unpublished number. They never had his number. They had to go through somebody else.
Well, that first year out here under Hackett, he had his own office and everything too. But when Sean came in, he changed all that. But I don't really know for sure how the players felt about Russell. But I do think that he was being baby doll and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they was giving him everything he wanted, which he hadn't earned anything at that point in time as far as Denver was concerned. But last year, I think, like Art said, I think he really had a pretty good year. But you got to realize that we probably got one of the worst offensive lines in the world. So, you look at all the sacks that Russell took in the last 2 years as well. You got to look at that. He was running for his life, and he's not that tall.
Right.
It's a little difficult to throw over that line of scrimmage without running.
Yeah, no quarterback when he's constantly under duress is good. Unless for a little short stretches, people like Mike Vick or Lamar who can get away from that. But still, if you're constantly under duress, man, you end up getting killed out there.
And so I blame a lot of it on the plays that were called. I don't think that Sean Payton even put him in a position that he could win.
So he had 20. Yeah. He had his completion percentage was 66%. His QBR, I guess his rating was 98. He had 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and over 3,000 yards. That's not. And then, like I said, and they shut him down in the last 2 games.
Yeah, he didn't play the last 2 games.
That was personal. That was personal.
I think they were worried about him getting hurt and had to pay him and all kind of stuff. Yeah. And they asked him. You remember they said they asked him to sit out those games. What did they ask him to do? Was it to sit out?
They asked him to reschedule. Redo that contract. That was there.
How you gonna ask me to restructure my contract, man?
Give me my money.
Exactly.
They wanted him to restructure his contract, and if he didn't restructure it, then they weren't going to play him because they didn't want to take a chance that he got hurt.
Yeah,
but we paying him $35 million a year this year, ain't we?
Pittsburgh happy about that. They paid him like $2 million.
I thought it was $40 million.
Well, the total number is $58 million. $58 million over 2 seasons.
Oh, okay.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Are they on the hook for him next year also?
I don't think so. It was just 1 year. Just 1 year.
Okay.
Well, he got the money last year, and I think he's got $35 million that they on the hook for this year.
Okay.
And then I think that's the end of that.
Okay.
But I mean, Pittsburgh got him for $1, didn't he?
I thought it was like $2
They got him for
million.
a million.
Spent $1 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for $1 million.
How
and
much
then
is
another
Justin
million.
Fields getting out there? You know?
Who knows?
I don't
On
know. I
his
think
original contract, he's not getting that much, right? He's still
Not
not
getting
getting
Last
it,
year of his rookie
That's
contract.
on the last year of the yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what
I
it
think
escalated.
next year is the option year, though, right? If
That is.
They
That's
didn't
correct.
pick up. They didn't pick up his option.
well, here's the thing: if he does well, they'll pick it up,
Yeah.
right? You'll be glad.
He's really auditioning right now.
Now, I got a Pittsburgh fan where I work at. He said there were a lot of passes that were dropped that he put there. You know what I mean? That doesn't show up in the stat book. You know.
Holmes, though, we saw we saw him play us, right?
Yeah.
He played Denver.
How did
They
they?
played
How did they
He
drop?
played
some of
good, but
the
he
passes?
played okay against Atlanta. But he played okay. with
Atlanta, he dropped the ball too. They say he didn't do that in Denver. What did he do, Bobby, against your guys?
He looked pretty good. He looks pretty good. I thought, anyway.
I heard he completes. You know, there were penalties that negated some stuff, and some guys dropped balls on him. You know, his stats probably would have looked a little bit better. You know.
Well, he
Yeah,
didn't turn
and-
the ball over, which they were big on.
He didn't turn over. That's a
turn
good
the
thing.
ball over.
I don't know if he had any more drops than anybody else, but I guess Atlanta didn't have that many, did he? Not
Yeah,
that
but
many.
as far as what I know is, I didn't really pay a lot of attention to the game because I tell you I got this love-hate relationship. So I was kind of bouncing around. I didn't watch the game like I would normally watch a Broncos game in the past. I was just jumping around. I don't really know exactly what was going on. I know they didn't do anything at all the Broncos didn't do shit on offense. Excuse my language. But they didn't do anything on offense. But I mean, you know, they haven't done anything on offense all year. And Bo Nix didn't hardly play at all in the preseason. He played, and when he did play, he played against 2s and 3s. So that was like fool's gold to me. Everybody thought he was going to look so great. When you put them 1s in there, you see what happened in Seattle. And you see what happened against Pittsburgh defense.
So who's you guys paying attention now? So only one quarterback that's really looking good out of that whole bunch. Y'all know who it is?
What bunch you talking about?
Like all the rookies that came out, all those highly talented rookies. Only one of them is really looking good right now.
Well, one of them got the money, got the bag, was due with the Jaguars. He got the money from that year.
I'm talking about this year. Okay, I'm talking about the new guys this year.
The quarterback class of this year?
Talking about the new guys.
Chicago?
Only one of them's really playing well.
Chicago?
No, the guy from
he's doing terrible in Chicago.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, they got
the guy went to the Commanders, Washington.
Jalen,
He's playing pretty good. He don't have a lot of touchdown passes, but he's playing flawless ball, running, and he's getting the percentages 23 out of 29 or something like that. Or
that's pretty good.
I mean, it's something like that. But he's been playing pretty good.
Up there with Dan Quinn, the cheerleader.
I might have been a little high on that, but yeah. But I thought Caleb Williams. I guess that stuff you see in preseason don't count because Caleb Williams was looking good in preseason, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Just like Bo Nix was looking good in preseason,
right? Yeah, they were touting Bo Nix was going to be the man.
Yeah.
So what do y'all?
Hall of Fame.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about that little deal that they putting up with the Houston quarterback and Caleb Williams when he went over and he went over to at the end of the game and told him you good, man, just keep working, this. And they trying to make a big deal out of it because made it look like Caleb didn't want to hear what he had to say,
CJ Stroud.
I think did Caleb turn away from him or something? Is that? I didn't see it.
Well, when he finished talking, he turned away, but then he stopped him again, and he turned around in his face. He was talking to him, and he was making faces like, like that. So. But it wasn't no big deal to me. I mean, brother to brother, he was trying to, pep the brother up. And if that I've heard Tom Brady do the same thing to somebody else, he done whoop they behind. So it ain't no big deal to me.
I hear you. I didn't. To me, the news people, they just, you got a lot of people that make money off football. And they gotta report something, or it's just so much you can talk about football. So yeah, it ain't no big. They're like they were about to go to war or something.
Well, one thing I didn't like though is when they downgraded the dogs.
Oh man,
I know they
Turkey gave them a run for their money though.
Yeah,
Man,
I know that. But they won though, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
A skin.
You know what?
But you know how that they go by the points. When it comes to collegiate level, it's all about the points.
I know they do that old up and down thing, but they trying to act like Texas is getting ready to take over or something. Like, man, y'all need to quit tripping.
I mean,
they set them up for that one that head on head.
I saw it coming, but it don't matter. They're gonna pay. They gotta play each other anyway, right?
They gotta play each other real soon.
Yeah,
and it's gonna make it sweeter.
Unless you move out the top four, man, I wouldn't even worry about it. If you're in the top four, and it's all the one thing we know as far as the SEC, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, and whomever, all of them can't win it. Only one team's gonna win it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
And Tennessee been looking good.
Hey, y'all heard about the thing? I was telling Brian about it. Where this is crazy, man. Tennessee's ordering. They have mandating that they putting the 10% surcharge on their tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And they said,
I heard about that.
They said I forget what they call it, but it's basically for the NIL expenses and stuff. Talent charge. They call it something else, something similar. Can you imagine that, man?
And the schools can give out NIL money to people instead of individuals and companies.
I'm not sure how that works. I think something's going to change.
Where would that fund go? That 10%? I wonder.
Well, they said to pay for talent.
I know what. Can the schools do that? I'm wondering. Can the schools pay NIL?
Well, they must can because they're doing it. I mean, Tennessee.
I had always thought it was companies and individual, companies who did it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, sponsors and stuff.
There was something going on with those rules. I was reading in the same article. They said that some rule changes all the schools are gonna lose about $22 million because of the NC, what do they call it? NC whatever
NCAA.
They may make them distribute the money or something more equally or something. And I'm saying that I got about 70% of it. Wasn't clear on it. I just read it over, and so all of them going to lose some money, some revenue due to those rules or something. So I guess the schools are in that distribution there somewhere. So that's what it sounds like. But yeah, man, 10% talent charge. Somebody say, well, hell, you're already paying the money they get, the profits coming from that ticket. You know what I mean? So, but
hey, I wonder if they still get them $100,000 and $1,000 handshakes too, in addition with the NILs. Because that's the way it used to be in college.
Some guys make more in college than they do pro.
Oh yeah.
So
what they probably trying to do is make sure everybody's covered, because you probably got some guys making big money and then some barely getting, so they trying to find a way to get everybody getting something.
I like that. I'm okay with some people getting listened. Hey Brian, well, so who does Buffalo what is it, the Colorado Buffaloes? Who they play this week coming up?
No, I don't. Forgot. Let me check my calendar.
Did y'all see the little film of Shadur Sanders going up to the quarterback for the opposite team?
They're playing Baylor.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he didn't shake his hand. Yeah,
is that
and he was telling about he was talking trash on Instagram and so forth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Their coach was talking trash last year. What was it? First year?
Yeah, the first year. Yeah, last year. And then the quarterback was talking trash this year. So Shadur didn't shake his hand when he went to talk to him in the middle of the field.
Oh, what I would You don't know much about Baylor. I know in years in the past they've had some good teams. I imagine would Baylor be favored in a game like that against Colorado?
They used to have a good, that's where Matt Rule came from. They used to have a
the coach at one of the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm just, without knowing anything about Baylor, I'm gonna think Baylor be favored. All right, are they a level above Colorado or about the same?
No, they're private Christian Christian school. So I mean, it's
That's where Robert Griffin played at, right?
Huh?
That's where what's the guy named Robert Griffin?
RG3.
RG3. Yeah. That's where he came from. Yeah, they put some people out now.
Our cornerback, the guy who's Xavier Howard, he came from Baylor.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We right a little after 10. Anybody got any last things they want to say about the sports before we turn it over to Mr. Howard to close us out?
I'm going to say this. The Falcons going to go 2-3 the next couple of games. They're going to come out of smelling good.
Archstradamus has spoken.
I'm sorry. Two
What you call
They're going to win 2 out of the next 3 games. They're going to win 2 out of the next 3 games.
Hey, man. All hail to Archstradamus.
Yeah.
What was the Jewish guy's name that was the bookie back in the day?
The Greek. That wasn't the Greek.
We're going to call it the Greek.
Even these little soccer fans, they've been down so long they can't even see the sky, man.
You a mix between Archstradamus and Rothstein over here, boy.
We're gonna call him Art the Greek.
Brian, I gotta come in here and lead these Falcons fans out the darkness, man. They've been getting beat so bad they scared to look up, man. Well, we got it this year, guys. We got it.
Okay.
Renee said she going to the game.
I'll hit you up later.
Okay. All right, guys.
Y'all know Arthur Blank say he giving away hot dogs and chips to everybody that comes. Unlimited.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
2 at a time. 2 dollars at a time.
Supposed to be a limit of 2 hot dogs and 2 chips and unlimited drinks. But if you go to another session stand, how they gonna know?
Well, they say you can come back. You just have to get out.
You just get 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Arthur Buster move after they won?
Huh?
Say Shan?
No.
Did y'all see Arthur Blank Buster move after they won?
Okay.
He was over there busting the move.
He was happy over there.
Oh my goodness.
They don't think you're going to they give you 2 at once. They don't think you're going to be out there trying to be what's that guy named? Joey, what's the hot dog guy name?
Oh, yeah.
They don't think you're going to be out there trying to set no records.
For the Chiefs, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
By the time you get through that line, the game is over. You don't miss half the game.
Right.
Special. Go ahead.
Yeah. It'd be longer than normal if they free.
Well, if they show them throwing my free, they just gonna give them till you keep rolling. They're gonna have a lot of hot dogs. But we want to do a special shout out to Arthur Blank because he's going into the Ring of Honor, man. He's done a lot for the city. And shout out to him, man. I mean, he built a hospital. I mean, he's a serious philanthropist. I mean, he's about giving back. So shout out to him, man. And I mean, he's doing some great things. I pray God continue to watch over him, give him favor.
Yes.
It's the Mike and Amazing Show. Coming at you hardcore on the Mike and Amazing Show with my man Mike Howard and yours